if you're somebody who suffers with depression, just doing tasks, even if it's as simple as going to pick up a thing of milk from the grocery store, can be incredibly motivating, because just that getting the energy moving and doing simple tasks, it could just kind of, like you said, kickstart this thing where you feel inclined to keep continuing that energy, you know?
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that. So I also do depression, anxiety, narcolepsy, whole nine, got it all. ADHD. But so it's funny you mentioned that, because one of the things I started telling myself, and this actually even applies to fitness, and maybe this will put a nice little bow on the conversation as well. An object at rest wants to stay at rest. And you can apply that to doing your task. You can apply that to doing your workout. You're like, oh, why does this workout suck? Because you were an object that was at rest.
Yeah.
Get going, get moving. Oh, all of a sudden it's not as bad. Or just get your foot out the door to go get that milk from the grocery store. Oh, all of a sudden it's not as bad. You know, because it takes more energy. I think like the understanding of that quote is like, it takes more energy to move it than it does
to maintain the movement.
There. Yeah, well, just to sit there. So that act of the movement, that first initial movement, is the hardest part. And once you get going, just be a rock going downhill. Just keep moving. Don't let the inertia stop.
Yeah, because sitting there and brooding on I'm a loser. I didn't get off the couch. How could I not? When am I ever going to get my life together? That is pulling so much of your energy that it's almost like just moving would require less. Because I think people in that headspace feel like, I don't want to do it. And they maybe fear that it's going to take more out of them than they have. But it's like, actually, no, what you're doing right now is taking energy. It's not physical energy, but mental energy counts too, you know?
Mental energy is draining.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest drains I see with clients, myself, people I know, just this entire generation. We're all in our heads so much that it's just, you can't be in there anymore. Like, it's just, stay out of there. Like, go in there when you need to reflect, but also stay out of there when you don't need to be in there. And I find that like a lot of people go in there just to go in there. It's like they go into their head just to go into their head. And I'm like, maybe don't do that. Maybe just accept what has happened. Don't worry about what will happen. And then stay here in the present. And then in that present, what are you doing? Are you a atom at rest, or are you an atom moving? An object at rest.
When you said that you believe that this generation has an issue with that in particular, what do you think is the cause of that? Is it technology?
Trauma.
Like, what is it?
Trauma. We live through traumatic experiences almost daily. Stuff that like the previous generations haven't even seen, or that get once every 10 to 20 years. We get daily. You know? So it's just also like with the spread of technology, we're more aware of everything. And that was another big thing, is like, I think like the previous generation got to have that ignorant bliss where like they didn't know what was going on in they didn't know what was going on in Missouri or whatever, and they're on the East Coast. They had no idea.